Hello, you're welcome to my channel, Fininvest Niger. My name is Tom Princeville. I'm a certified securities and investment support specialist, and I've been investing consistently in the Nigerian market for the past 2 decades. Before we analyze the fundamentals of this company, Fidson Healthcare Plc, I would like to introduce to you a service I render for both new and existing investors. You're facing difficulties with your portfolio. Probably you're getting discouraged, because of low returns, and you need help or assistance. You could DM me on this line. Let me bring you into my WhatsApp group. It's a paid WhatsApp group designed for those who are having difficulties with investing. So in the group there, I will help you with stock recommendations, review your portfolio and rebalance your portfolio as well, where and whenever necessary, with the sole aim of producing an above average of returns on investments on your portfolio. So if you are almost getting discouraged with investing, poor results, please contact me. Let's see how we can work together. So let's go into the analysis proper. Of course, you can't invest in any given company without carrying out proper fundamental analysis. So let's see precisely if this could be a candidate for our portfolio or not. This is the first quarter result for Fidson Healthcare Plc, and you could observe two columns here. The first column here is for first quarter 2026, and the second column is for first quarter 2025. So let's start with the company's revenue. So Fidson was able to generate a revenue to the tune of 35.015 billion naira in the first quarter 2026-25, as against 42.601 billion naira in the first quarter 2026. So as I told us earlier, this entire column here is for 2026 first quarter, and the other column here is for 2025 first quarter. So this gave us a percentage increase of 21.7%. That's a percentage increase in revenue for Fidson. Now we want to consider the gross profit. The gross profit grew by 40.4% from 12.567 billion naira to 17.646 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. Now, for its operating profits, the company was able to garner an operating profit of 6.608 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025, as against 8.268 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. That amounts to 25.1% in increment in profit, in operating profit. Let's come down to Fidson profit before tax. The before tax figure here, as you could see, is 4.851 billion naira in the first quarter 2025, as against 6.806 billion naira in the fourth quarter of 2026. That gives us a percentage increase of 40.3%. Okay, so let's also consider the profit after tax, that profit after normal taxation. The profit after tax grew by 40.3% from 3.250 billion naira to 4.560 billion naira. And now, for its total comprehensive income, the Fidson was able to deliver 3.250 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025, as against 4.560 billion naira in the first quarter of 2026. That gives us, an increment of 40.3%. Before I come to consider the earnings per shares, I would like you to subscribe to this channel. Please like this video, and as well as share this video to your friends around, so that we will be able to reach out to at least 1 million Nigerians home and abroad with content of this nature designed to bring about awareness as it relates to wealth creation in the Nigerian stock market. So the earnings per share here, as you could all see, grew from 1 naira 42 kobo to 1 naira 90 kobo. All right, that gives us a percentage increase of 33.8%. All right. So for the share price here, the share price grew from 27.15% to 136.5%, 0.5%, or 136 naira, sorry, 136 naira 50 kobo. All right. 136 naira 50, or 136 naira 50 kobo as against 27 naira 15 kobo. That gives you a percentage increase of 402.8%. So in a layman's language, in practical terms there, if you had invested 27.15 million naira, that will give you 136.5 million naira. All right, that is what this particular figure is all about. Okay, so that is it. An increment of, more than times 4. So we are through with this particular segment. That's a consolidated income statement of the analysis. We want to now undertake the analysis of the cash flow statement as well as the balance sheet in the other segment of our analysis. So the shares outstanding here is 2.40 billion. That's the shares outstanding of this particular company, Fidson Healthcare, and the market capitalization is 327.6 billion. 327.6 billion. So you simply multiply the shares outstanding by its current share price, and that will give you the market capitalization of the company. This is telling us how big the company is in relation to other companies in the same pharmaceutical sector or in the overall or with the overall market. So this is the equity or the shareholders and fund, and this is given as 35.03 billion naira. All right, so this essentially is the difference between the company's total assets and its total liabilities. When you subtract them, that will give you the equity. So in this case, as we could all see, 35.05 billion naira. The company is a very strong company with a solid balance sheet, actually. So for the equity per share, this is the same thing as the company's book value. You simply divide the company's equity by its number of shares outstanding, and that gives you the company's book value. The book value itself is not very, very essential. It's not very, very important. It isn't that significant. It is there essentially for comparison purpose. So you compare this particular value, the book value by the by the by the company's current market price, share price. So in a case where the share price is bigger than the book value, the company is considered expensive, at least by this particular criteria. In the case where the company share price is lower than the book value, like in some banks, you could observe it in some banks, the company is considered cheap. It's a very cheap investment. You call it, it's meant for value investors or net investors. So this is the cash, cash at hand, cash in the bank, and this is the overall, cash equivalent as well. That gives you 474 million naira is the company's cash position. You understand? The company, at least it is cash positive here. So we now come to the PE ratio. The company's PE ratio here is given as 17.96, and this is obtained by dividing the current share price by the annualized earnings. This is the first quarter earnings. Annualized earnings means you multiply the earnings by 4, by the respective 4 quarters in a given year. So divide this figure by the annualized earnings, and that will give you 17.96. This tells you how cheap or expensive the company is in relation to other companies in the same sector. You compare with companies like May and Baker. They are in the same sectors. With Mercure, they are also in the same sector. With Fidson Healthcare. All right, that will show you precisely the comparative position, the relative cheapness of this company compared to others in the same, healthcare sector. And so I think we are through with the analysis. I wouldn't want to take much of your time, and the exercise here is academic in nature and also is for entertainment. I'm not a financial advisor, except if you agree to join my paid WhatsApp group. But apart from that, I'm just presenting, an analysis with disclaimer attached to it. So I wouldn't want to round up without giving us a recommendation. But based on what you've seen so far, you could see increment, double-digit increment, all these parameters. That shows the company is a very good company. So Fidson is a very good company. If you want to invest in the company, you can go ahead and invest in it. It's an excellent company. So I'm recommending a buy for this particular company. All right. So I think I can confidently, you know, give a recommendation on company of this nature compared to Access, Zenith, and GT. If you're not very careful, in fact, so confidently I can recommend this company. You know, you could go ahead and buy it, but I can't try that with other ones because anyway, let's round up here. Thank you very much for watching. Please and watch other videos in my channel as well, so as to broaden your horizon and knowledge when it comes to investing in the Nigerian stock market. Because generally, these things are not taught in school. You can go to school and graduate without knowledge of investing. You can even be an accounting graduate. All right, you may study accountancy. You may not still be able to invest. All right, so please watch this video. It will help you a lot. Thank you very much for watching.